My channel. This is Albert speaking. So, why can I understand English but cannot speak English fluently? Such a question that arouses many people's curiosity, right? So today in this video, we're going to talk about why is that and how can we do something to deal with this problem. If you're ready, let's just step right into it. From my personal experience, I think there are three different reasons why we feel stuck in speaking English even though we understand English. So let me walk you through with each one of it. The first one is many people never practice their spoken English ability. And I was actually one of these people as well, because when I was learning English, I accidentally learned some like hypothesis, the comprehensible input by Stephen Krashen. The hypothesis is pretty simple. It says that comprehensible input is the main thing when it comes to learning a foreign language. So basically, no matter what we do, we should make sure to find the material that we can understand most of it, and then gradually we need to find the harder material for us to improve our foreign language ability. And all we need to do is to read in that language and to listen to that language, and the speaking ability will emerge after we have enormous or some substantial amount of input, which is a hypothesis. And I was actually a firm believer of that, and I want to test this hypothesis, and I did a experiment by myself. There was a time where I basically just listened to English materials for over 3 hours a day, and I've been doing this for 3 months. Every single day, I watch American TV series and I make sure that I can understand basically every line of it. After 3 months, I have found that I made such a huge improvement in my listening ability, but when it comes to my speaking ability, I still feel stuck in speaking English, even though I can understand the whole episode. So after that, I kind of have doubt in this methodology, and I think if you never practice your spoken English, probably you will never be able to speak English fluently. So that's why I think this methodology is not working out for me, and I kind of change to another methodology, which is to collect different sentence structures and lexical chunks to help me improve my spoken English ability, which is definitely the point two. Many people have a hard time organizing their thoughts in English because they don't have sentence structures and lexical chunks in their brain. So why do I turn to collecting different sentence structures and lexical chunks to help myself improve my spoken English? Because I have found out one problem that seems to bother a lot of people who want to learn a foreign language. When they want to express themselves in a foreign language, they often feel stuck because the first thing that comes to their mind is always the grammar and vocabulary. All they want to do is to find the right grammar and select vocabulary and then put them all together into one sentence in hopes of expressing themselves correctly, hoping other people can understand what they're talking about. But most of the time, what they say is Chinglish, and the people speaking to them cannot understand what they're trying to say, because what they do during this process is to create something that everybody has never been heard of, right? And for me, I think language learning should be a process of imitation. We should not create something that is never existing before. So that's why I want to know how foreign language or the native speaker express themselves in my target language. So that's why I want to collect the right expression or the sentence structure to help me express myself the way that everybody can understand. So that's why I want to use this methodology to help myself, and it turns out to be so great. Basically, when I try to express myself, the first thing that comes to my mind is always the sentence structure and a lexical chunk. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is to put them all together, and it can mean something everybody can understand, because all of those sentence structures and lexical chunks are from native speakers, and they're totally native. So that's why we don't have to create something new on our own. All we have to do is to be like the building blockers. If you have ever played Lego when you were a child, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All you need to do is to build different sentence structure and lexical chunk together, and automatically you can speak fluent English. But as a matter of fact, it definitely needs practicing, but it's way much easier compared to finding the right word and grammar and then put them all together. And if you're willing to practice the same sentence structure over and over again, you will be amazed by how powerful this method is, and you will for the first time think that you have some sort of talent in spoken English, because it's not that hard. As a matter of fact, for me, I have never been to any English speaking countries before, never. And I basically acquire English all by myself on the internet, and I know exactly how to do it. If you want to achieve fluency in English and you have no idea how to do it, and you basically cast doubts on yourself thinking that if you can do it or not, I'm the living proof of it, because I can do it. I bet you can do it as well. All you need to do is to use the right methods, and with the same amount of deliberate practice, you can even do better than me. I completely trust you. And so if you have that goal, please start to practice your spoken English from today. And if you can put in the same amount of effort every single day, you can see yourself make progress on the journey for sure. So let's move on to tip 3. Many people feel ashamed of speaking English due to the fact that one has non-perfect accent. Well, actually, as a matter of fact, a lot of Chinese people, especially Chinese students I have come across in my class, I think most of them don't want to express themselves in English because they think that they are not good at speaking English. Their accent is off and their pronunciation is not right. They feel scared to speak English. They often think there's going to be someone judging them, like your accent is pretty bad. How dare you speak English in China? And if you post videos online, you can still see a lot of people leave a comment on other people's comment section saying that your English is terrible, despite the fact that the author or the vlogger's English is actually pretty good. Like, Chinese people often have that passion or illusion that our spoken English or our accent should be perfect so that you have the right to post videos online or to speak English. I don't think this is the case at all, because for a foreign language, we as a Chinese, definitely we have a strong accent when we try to start to speak English, because we're not native and everything we learn in Chinese is by practice. So definitely it's okay to have some accent. However, accent doesn't matter when it comes to speaking a foreign language. I think what really matters is your pronunciation. If you can make sure that every word you pronounce is right and everyone can understand what you're trying to say, your spoken English or your foreign language ability is actually pretty good. And I just want to say one thing, like, stop caring so much about other people or what other people may perceive you. They may think about, or they may say something like your accent is not good, and stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to speak English again. I think stop caring so much about other people think about you, because that doesn't matter. All you want to do is to be yourself and start practicing, because I think for a lot of people, because they cannot speak English and they don't want you to be able to speak English as well, that's why they want to say something to hold you back from practicing. But this is the least amount of thing that we should consider, right? And we should stay peaceful and just do what we have to do to practice spoken English to get better every single day. And one more thing I want to share with you guys, being able to speak fluent English is actually not that difficult. I truly believe that everybody can do it if you're using the right methodology. And we're living in an environment where everybody is speaking Chinese. We basically don't have the English speaking environment, which is okay. If you have the opportunity to study abroad, this is definitely a great opportunity for you to practice your spoken English. But if you don't, you have to live in China, you can definitely speak just to yourself. This is exactly what I do. I will practice the same sentence structure and speak to myself in front of the mirror, and I want to see how I express myself, like the way I express myself. And I can still make a lot of progress. It's just a little bit of monotonous and tedious, but that's how progress has been made, right? We can now learn English happily every single time. If you want to learn something, especially in depth, you will go through something that is really terrible or horrible. It's not like we play video games and we feel happy all the time. You are going uphill, so definitely you will feel uncomfortable, but this is all it's about. You're stretching out your ability, and this is a sign that you're stepping outside your comfort zone, which I think is crucial. So basically, I really hope this video can help you guys so much and can give you some inspirational power to help you go through or to clear out all the mental barriers that stand in your way. And I hope you can start to practice your spoken English from today and just clear out the voice from other people. For always focus on yourself and always trust yourself, thinking that you can do it. Okay, I firmly believe in you, and I hope I can see you guys being able to speak English in the future. So that's all about today's video. Today I might be a little bit of emotional, but I just want to give my best advice to you guys, and I hope you guys can